From the heights of fame to the depths of scandal, Sean Diddy Combs has lived a life that reads like a script from Hollywood. But behind the music, the lavish parties, and the business empire lies a darker story, one filled with allegations, secrecy, and power.
So compassionate, so royal, an incredible mother. Make some noise for Princess Diana, y'all!
How did a young man from Harlem become one of the most influential figures in hip-hop, only to fall from grace amid accusations and controversy? Part 1. The Rise of Sean Diddy Combs. Sean Combs, born in Harlem in 1969, started as an ambitious young intern at Uptown Records. His tenacity and sharp eye for talent quickly led him up the ranks, and by the early 90s, he had founded Bad Boy Records, a label that would forever change the music industry.
Funny, never find that. Pump down, sat, try hot stuff. Make people say, rewind that. People know you go against the Harlem Chigolo. Get your own liquor low, make the girl chick it low. Diddy had a vision. He knew how to turn raw talent into cultural icons. The meteoric rise of the notorious Big, one of hip-hop's most legendary figures, was closely tied to Diddy's knack for creating hits. Hits that weren't just music, they were anthems of a generation.
Give me all the chicken heads from Pasadena to Medina. Bet Big get in between your dents. Get the prognosis, doses, blends and bends like Twizzlers.
By the late 90s, Bad Boy Records was unstoppable. Diddy was more than just a producer. He was an entertainer, a businessman, and a cultural icon. The birth of his Puff Daddy persona solidified his place in pop culture, with chart-topping hits and a flashy, larger-than-life lifestyle to match.
Yo, I'm internationally known on the microphone. I got it all, but I really need a wife at home.
Diddy was not content with just music. He wanted an empire, and that's exactly what he built. His Sean John clothing line became a staple in urban fashion, while his production work and business ventures pushed him into new territories: alcohol, fashion, media. He wasn't just in the music business anymore. He was a mogul.
He wants to leave behind a legacy of peace, a legacy of humility and taking care and strength.
One of the #1 records in the world. Why don't I come out with French Vanilla? It's that black excellence, baby.
How can we get a tape of this?
Oh, I'm gonna send it to you. I will email it to you.
Email me the whole thing.
Yes,
I love
yes,
it. I love that you constantly...
From the outside, it seemed like Diddy had it all: money, fame, power, and influence. But as we've learned time and again, power often comes with a cost. Before we continue with the video and my further explanation about Diddy, I want to ask for your help. We are trying to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year, so we can keep getting better and you can help me out. Okay, let's continue. Behind the success and the carefully curated image of a business mogul, rumors and whispers began to surface. There were stories of wild, extravagant parties that blurred the lines between luxury and something darker.
Happy birthday to me.
Guests at these infamous parties reported strange occurrences, bizarre rituals, unsettling encounters, and an atmosphere that some have described as off-limits to the public eye. But it wasn't just the parties that drew attention.
In New York City, this is we're hearing from people who say they attended his infamous parties and are not surprised by the allegations against him.
In 2018, rumors turned into accusations. Diddy was hit with a lawsuit that accused him of sexual misconduct. Although the case was settled out of court, the rumors continued to swirl, hinting at a pattern of behavior that many had ignored for years.
Allegations of sexual abuse and trafficking against rapper Sean Diddy Combs are making headlines, with attention now focused on his infamous white parties. Several victims, including adult entertainer Adria Sherry English, claims the rapper forced them into explicit activities during these lavish events in the early 2000s.
But this was only the beginning of the public unraveling. More allegations would follow, each one painting a picture of a man who used his power and influence in ways far darker than anyone could have imagined. Part 4. The Dark Side of the Empire. Diddy's extravagant lifestyle continued, but behind the scenes, his reputation was beginning to crumble. Reports of mysterious after-parties hosted by Diddy, ones that involved A-list celebrities and darker undertones, began to surface. But what exactly was happening behind closed doors?
It was like something was always off. The parties were intense, too intense sometimes. You never knew what you'd walk into.
The power he had, people were afraid to speak out. But everyone knew there were things going on that didn't sit right.
Never lose sleep over no way too much pride. Fill it up in a briefcase, split it with the vibes.
Then, in 2023, everything came crashing down. Diddy's mansion was raided in a shocking turn of events that sent shockwaves through the industry. What investigators found was disturbing.
It was just here, Combs' home in Miami. We were just hearing that his home in Miami was also searched. Fox 11 was first on the scene and first to report this breaking story. Now to our team coverage at 5.
Authorities raided Combs' Holmby Hills home for the criminal investigation.
We recovered 3 AR-15s.
Court documents now reveal authorities located AR-15s, narcotics, and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil lubricant in those raids.
Among the items found were things that seemed trivial at first, like bottles of baby oil. But combined with the ongoing allegations of sexual misconduct and unsettling rumors about the nature of these parties, it painted a much darker picture.
The baby oil in itself isn't incriminating, but it fits a larger pattern of behavior that's been suggested by witnesses and accusers. It's the context that makes it suspicious.
And then came the accusations of sexual assault. Multiple women stepping forward with stories that echoed each other. Stories of being manipulated, controlled, and assaulted by the man they once admired.
I have experience that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability to function properly. Being blamed, questioned, and threatened has often made me feel worthless.
Once at the top of the music and entertainment industry, Diddy's empire is now crumbling. His businesses are distancing themselves from him, and his reputation is in tatters. The man who built his career on power and control is now seeing it all slip away.
It's heartbreaking to see someone you looked up to fall this way, but the truth needs to come out.
We have to hold people accountable, no matter how powerful they are.
What's next for Diddy? As the legal battles rage on and more voices come forward, the question remains: what will become of Sean Diddy Combs? Will his legacy be one of music, success, and influence? Or will it be tainted by the allegations that now overshadow his career? The rise and fall of Diddy serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that power can corrupt, and that even the most untouchable figures in entertainment can be brought down by the truth. This is the story of Diddy, and it's far from over.